So we have talked about different ways to make your work from home space work for you. One of the most essential elements for making it healthier and more functional is your chair. So Shona has tips for what to look for. And Shones, I know you're actually going to start us off with what not to look for. So thank you for that.
It's often good to know the bad as much as the good, if that makes sense. And listen, I'll tell you, Tracy, you're going to see, because these chairs are actually my former desk chairs over the last, well, 6 months, but even a couple of years, that I cannot believe the difference a good chair makes. Like, I want to scream. I just want to scream this from the top of the houses. Like, I was not convinced. I wanted to pick the cute and the pretty over the comfort and the healthy. I'm totally converted. Okay, so let's start with the bad. This chair here is a very beautifully, aesthetically pleasing, wonderfully, famously designed chair. That's why I used it. It was one of the worst desk chairs I had. A chair like this is not good. I'll tell you why. You know what the biggest problem with this chair was? If you can see, it goes in on the sides. I'm not shy to admit that my tushy is bigger than the side of this chair. And so after a few hours, like, the sides of my butt were like over the edge, and it started to hurt.
Yeah.
So I was like, you can't work like that. You can't work like that. The next chair, actually, I made the mistake twice. The exact same thing here. This was a dining room chair that I've had. I thought it would be good because I like a harder chair. I thought I liked a harder chair. This one scoops in as well, same tushy problem, but also it has a really low back. So it was supporting me in the middle of my back, not up towards my neck and shoulders is where you really need it long term. This is a dining room chair. It is made for leisurely glasses of wine after a big meal with friends and family. It was too soft. There was no support. And because it was so soft, the wood inside the chair here actually cut into the back of my legs. And again, not that high. So these are all the bad things.
So you kind of have to be like Goldilocks here, trying to find the right chair. Did you find the right chair?
I found the right chair, and this ticks absolutely all the boxes. I went to Staples, not surprising that they'd have the great chair. And I'm going to go over the main tips that you're looking for. Okay, so back height. We want this back height to be as tall as you are, okay? So I'm a really tall person. I'm 6 feet tall. So I would like a taller back than, someone who's only 5 feet tall, let's say. Now, the bonus that a lot of people don't think of is the headrest. This is the game changer. I just thought this was unattractive, so I was like, no, I don't really want that in the aesthetic of my office. But this is the game changer when it gives you the relief of the tension of your shoulders and your neck. So it's an optional one, but I'm saying if you're investing in an office chair, get it. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Then we want to go to the material of this high back chair. Do you notice this is a mesh material? That's because when you're sitting working for long hours, an 8-hour day, 10-hour, and up sometimes for some people nowadays, this mesh will help keep you ventilated. It'll keep your back ventilated. It's really for comfort, but it also has a little bit of give to it as opposed to something that's really sturdy and hard. The next one is one I personally didn't think about, but again, get it now, is back tilt. And this is hard without me sitting on it, but the back can lean back just ever so slightly. Like, you're not in a lazy boy, recliner watching a movie kind of laid back, but it gives you a little bit of give to let your back and your shoulders get that support and that little bit of a rest. And then, like we've been talking about, the seat size. So the seat size is going to vary for a lot of people. And the office chairs come in different seat sizes. So be conscious of it, that you want one that is going to cater to you and plus a little bit more, And again, this material is also the mesh in the bottom, so you're keeping fully ventilated.
Okay, this is good. I mean, like, this is looking like a very attractive chair now. I want to talk a little bit about the height. You need to have something that you're going to be able to adjust the height. How do you determine what's comfortable and what's proper for good posture, Shones?
Height adjustment is really important because not all desks, tables, dining room tables, whatever you're working on in your home office, they're not all the exact same height. So there's a lever in really good desk chairs that will let the seat go up and down. And what you want, I'm actually going to sit in the chair. What you want is to have your feet flat on the ground and the seat level with your knees, so your thighs are straight. I hope that you can see that properly.
Yep.
So that way you won't have any of the stress when it comes to the pressure underneath your thighs.
Okay, now I notice you're also sitting quite comfortably with the armrests. So you love the armrests, right? You're like me?
Yeah, love the armrest. I'm with you on that completely. You know what? Actually, I just noticed now that I'm sitting, I can show you how this goes back a little bit with that tilt. But yeah, with the armrest, if you notice the armrest, same thing. If you can get adjustable armrest, that's a bonus. But the armrest should be so that your arm is level with your desk. It alleviates the pressure on your hands when it comes to, mouse clicking and keyboarding. If you don't have the armrest, the whole day your arm is carrying the weight of your fingers on your keyboards or on your mouse rest. And I mean, that's just straight up fatigue.
100%. And then the last thing that you want to tell us is just about the swivel.
Right? Okay, for starters, I feel a little bit fabulous with the swivel. I don't know what it is, but I do. But the really good thing is if you are a person who works with multiple computer monitors, so you might be looking in this direction and then you might be concentrating in this direction on the same desk. A lot of us work like that nowadays. If you don't have the swivel, then your shoulders and your body are taking that. But if you have the swivel, you can turn properly. It'll also let you get in and out of your desk easily. And lastly, that you might want to look for, in addition to the swivel, is wheels on the bottom. And that's the same thing. Don't make it hard to get up from your desk. We've covered that sitting in your desk for far too long is very, very unhealthy. And you have to be able to get up from time to time.
And listen, the reason why you feel fabulous is because you look fabulous. I love you in that emerald green. So gorgeous. Thank you, Shona. You look